Hello and welcome to episode 44 of our forest challenge. We are into February, and I'm pretty sure that we'll go both days in this month. There's just that much to do. We've got our sunflowers are ready to go. Our grass is ready to go. We've got fields over where we're going to start, actually over the other side, with the root veg. They're ready to go, and then we've got like quite a lot of product to sell as well. So let's I'm going to take this over, take the Hurleyman over. Not because, I'll tell you what we'll do quickly before I take it over. Let's get it fixed here. I can't remember which side this goes round. Other way? Right, how much is that going to cost? Ah, not much at all. Winner. Yeah, we'll take this over because one of the jobs we need to do is to seed the new... It's not a new field. The field that we got the parsnips off in the last one. Like I said at the end of the last episode, I spent a little bit of time throughout the last month just extending it down towards the edge of the map. It's probably doubled, maybe slightly less than double. You'll be able to see actually because it's got the lime still on top of it. That's one of the jobs that we're going to get done this morning. Right, let's tell you what, I'll just leave this up here because that's what we want there. We want the Hormone machine. So we've got our carrots, and then over that side we've got the red beets. They're ready to come off, and that's going to be our first job today. Potatoes, I think, are due to be ready next month, which is good because I think we've run out of potatoes in there. Although we've still got about 8,000 litres in the silo that I need to bring over. This is the field that I was talking about. So I think we went up to about... We must have went up to there where the road is. So yeah, it's pretty much double, isn't it, what we've got. And then I've just cleared a bit of the way there just for the equipment to be able to turn around. I am going to like take these out, the rest of the trees, maybe not all of them, but you can see where the boundary of the map is. So I don't want to go all the way to the edge, maybe a little bit further, but not much further. And in there, I can't remember if... Oh, we're going to put red beets in there. That's what we're going to put in, because they seem to... We don't produce as many. Although we have got some coming off now. And I want to get that second factory put in as well. The preserved food factory. I want to get that put on. We could possibly even do it today. In fact, if we're going to do it, we need to do it now really, don't we? Because we'll start putting some crop into it. Right, let's get across here. Here it is. Right, preserved foods. It's a bit of a weird one because it's got the triggers on the two ends. And I wanted in this space because obviously this is the space where we can't get any we can't put crops down, or we certainly can't put root crops down, because you can see the circle where the trees were, they just don't grow. So I need it over here somewhere, but I don't want it to affect the terrain too much, where I think it's just gonna, isn't it? I don't think we're gonna have an option. See how that's digging in on the right hand side? We lose the trigger, although we don't have to terrain edit too much. I mean, we're down to... See, we're getting right the way down to like under 12 here. The closer we get. Let's go for that there. Oh, 1205. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best we're going to get, isn't it? Wait, how much has that ruined that? We'll be able to soften that off. Let's have a look, see if we can get that softened off. What am I doing? Right. Soften. That might not be too bad because I can put. I mean, God, it was a bit of a slope, isn't it? I mean, I can get a track probably running all the way down here. And it might not look so hard. I mean, that's already looking a lot better, isn't it? We're pretty good this side, aren't we? Which, where, looking at the trigger, when this was disappearing, I thought that would be the side that would rise up a bit more. But it hasn't. Right, I'll carry on doing that off camera. It has took a bit of the field there, hasn't it? It's not an issue, like. Right, I'll smooth that more off camera, but we can start getting some stuff put in there as well. I haven't used much of that space, have I? So I wanted to cover the majority of this. I'd have liked that right bang in the middle of there. Obviously, it was going to take a lot more terrain editing than that. It just means that the fields that we're going to put in, we just can't put over this spot. We're going to have to go around it because I'll be able to get something in front of there. I'll be able to get a generator or something to go there to take that space up. So that's not a problem. Right, what? We need a header. And it's the red beat one we're going to do first, because that's the one at the top. I'm going to sort of half, whatever crop we get off here, I'll half between the two factories. Because what I want to do, probably at the end of this month, is I want to clear some of these trees, and I want to bring some of these fields further up. Although be mindful that there's another one of them circles there. But I want to extend them as well. What I might do is just put a track along here and then create new fields going down the bank. We'll see. Right, let's get that down. Switch it on. We should get more red beet this time. This is one of the... it's not that one I wanted. One of the larger fields, isn't it? Compared to the two little ones that we put in side by side. So we should get a little bit more and it'll last us longer. Although we are going to split it over two fields, like I said. I started a bit earlier. I know it's February. I started a little bit earlier. So we haven't got the full lot of light yet. You can see it coming over now. I normally like to wait on this map until it gets sort of the light comes over. You can see on the left hand side it's sort of creeping over. But we just had that much to do. I thought we're just going to have to get going, even though we've got 2-day months. I don't want to sort of drag it out too much. I'm trying not as well, even if we've got 2-day months, I'm trying not to do it over 2 episodes. If I have to, I have to. It's one of them things. But if I can get it all done in 1 episode, then even better. I'm really conscious at the minute where we've got, I've got something like 6 or 7 videos stacked up. Because I've been able to record that much since Christmas. Well, since sort of after New Year more than anything. Yeah, I've just got like 6 or 7 videos. I would never have that many stacked up. So I'm gonna, I mean, you'll have already seen this, but I think whatever week it is, so it's the 2nd of February day. I'm hoping the week we're in, I'll be able to put a video out every night. That's what I'm looking to do. Just try to get rid of them, which sounds bad, but yeah, just try to get through them. Because the other thing is, what makes it difficult for me as well is, so I'm on here now knowing that you probably won't see this for another well, probably 2 weeks if I don't put them out every night. Yeah, it'll probably be a good fortnight until you see this. So sometimes when people are sort of either commenting on videos or like commenting through Twitter or something like that, I sort of struggle to remember what we've done in that one, just because it's that long since I recorded it. Ideally, I only like to have sort of 1 or 2 stacked up, but like I said, I've had the time to record, so I've been using it. And this is our only Let's Play at the minute. We haven't got another series going. As I mentioned, we have to knock Sri Lanka on the head because, well, ironically, I didn't have the time to keep 2 series going. And there was no way that this was going to be the one that was going to go. It would always be one of the sort of standard maps. I was looking online, I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago actually, about FS25. So after I recorded that episode, I was looking and seeing if it's actually sort of been confirmed, where nothing has been confirmed yet, has it? But there seems to be a lot of talk about that it will be FS25. And the other thing that I've noticed as well, I don't know if this goes hand in hand, but the amount of mods, here's the light coming over now, the amount of mods coming out has massively slowed down. I think I said on the when I spoke about it before, I wondered if Giants had had sort of extended Christmas where they'd been off and they hadn't been processing mods. But that doesn't seem to be the case, does it? It just seems like there's not as many mods getting submitted. Because even when is it FS Club who normally put the daily sort of mod updates out? Sure it is, isn't it? Get off. Put a work on by accident. And it normally tells you how many mods are penned in and what's been submitted and what hasn't. I wonder why that didn't damage it. That's weird. Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be as many getting submitted. So are the modders thinking the same sort of thing, where they're sort of winding down FS22 and waiting for FS25 to come out? I definitely think when Giants made the decision to not to release one every 2 years, I think that is for me, I think that's the right decision. I don't think we needed one in FS24. There was still so much left in the game. And you could tell that by the amount of content that was continued to come out. But I think we're possibly ready for an FS25. Oh, I looked as well on that same episode. I mentioned about the FS podcast, didn't I? So I looked at that as well, and there hadn't been. I think it's been nearly a year now. I'm sure it was March 2023. The last episode that was put out. Good. No. So yeah, that's gone by the wayside, hasn't it? I don't know, like, I'm not sure the reason for that either. I had a look to see if, like, I didn't listen to it. I used to listen to them regular, but I had a look to see if there was anything sort of in the notes that said that it was going to be the last one or anything like that, and there wasn't. So I don't know if that's been sort of communicated with by Giants themselves of why we're not doing them anymore. Right, why am I making this difficult? There we go. This machine is an absolute game changer for us. Like, the way we've been able to crack on with this part I don't think we wouldn't have been able to do it anywhere near as quickly if it wasn't for this. Right, how long have we been recording? We've already been recording 15 minutes. I'm going to put a time lapse on here. We're going to do this field, we're going to do the next field, which is carrots, and then I think I might, in the same time lapse, I think I'm going to seed that field down there as well with beets, red beets. And then other than turning the fields around, which we'll do either in the second part of February or maybe even in March, but probably the second part of February, then there's nothing further to do over here. And then we can go back over to the other side and concentrate on there, because there's a few little jobs to get on with over there as well. Well, including the grass and the sunflowers, which obviously, I mean, the grass just takes a while anyway, doesn't it? But I'll get a time lapse on. Enjoy the music, and I shall not be long. Okay, so we added the ploughing in to the time lapse as well. It was just because I wasn't in a position to record. I could play on it, but there was just there was too much noise in the house and that. So yeah, I wasn't in a position to record. So I thought we might as well use the time and get it done while I could get a time lapse recorded. That field there to the left, we've seen. So that was the one that was already in. For people who can't remember, when we bought this piece of land, that's the only field on the map. That now needs lime. So before we can put anything in there, we're gonna have to get lime down on it. I'll just finish this, and then I think that's. Oh, I need to nip down to production factory to get some of the productions going. I think there's only 3. I don't think that one takes potatoes. I think it's just parsnips, carrots, and red beets. But we don't have any parsnips, do we, in this one? Right. No, just the 3 of them. So we'll get the carrots going. We'll get the red beets going, and we'll see how well we do with them. I was really impressed with the amount that we got from the soup factory. Oh, the other thing I did, just quickly, it literally took us 5 minutes. I just pushed back some of them trees to create a little bit more space. Another field's going to go in here. I want to push them trees back a little bit further before I put one in, I think. I mean, I could put a bit of a smaller one in, like we did with the one on the left, and then extend it after the first harvest. Could do that. I mean, it's not going to be this episode regardless, so we need to get back over to the other side of the farm, because there's stuff going on over there, isn't there? So we'll get this parked up. I'm in the next sort of real life day now, so I think the opening clip of the video, I remember saying it was about 15, 16 minutes long, something like that. And the time lapse maybe been about a minute and a half, so we've still got a bit of recording time left. I don't know. What I could do, I could just plant this field here. No, we'll go over to the other side, and then we'll come back over in the next episode. Right, so we don't need the planter on the back of there. And let's get this view. It's like, whoa, I was going to say it's a lot easier not to hit things when we're going through here. We need to put our track through here, don't we? That's what we need to do. That will be the next episode as well. Should we sell some stuff off? I think that's what we should do. And then maybe I might end with a time lapse but of us doing the grass. Because did we try to get oil in here? I can't remember if we tried to get the pallets of oil in here instead of loading them up. Because if that's the case, I can keep the... If we can get them in here, I can keep the trailer over the other side, can't I? No, doesn't work. I feel like I tried it with the canola. And sort of half knew it didn't work. Let's get this out of here. If I can get some of these planks sold, then, like I said, I might just finish with a time lapse of us doing the grass. And in the next episode we'll have the sunflowers to do, we'll have the planting to do, liming of that field. Right, let's see where the best price is for planks. I think, looking back, we could have been making money off these planks a lot sooner than what we have done. Right, so they all sell point again, so that's the one we start with. I know the light's coming over, but it's still quite dark, isn't it? It gets really twitchy, this, when you even when you knock the steer in it, not even a really high speed, maybe just like sort of 40 mile an hour. 15. Oh wait, so I think the price is down compared to what we were selling at last time, wasn't it? Because when we getting like nearly 17,000 last time. I mean, like I said, we produced that much. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. There's no point in keeping it. In fact, we couldn't keep it for when the price hits at its very top, because we it comes up with the outer space message, doesn't it? None of these generated again, did they? So we'll get this load. And I might just leave the others. It's that one over there that we need to do, the sawmill to the left. But I'm gonna need the bobcat or the forklift to be moving some of the other items out of the way, because it generates wood chips as well, doesn't it? Wood chips and furniture. And although we've got absolutely loads of planks to sell from it, we had like 30. The last time I looked, we had about 36 pallets of planks to sell. But it'll take a long time if other things are spawning as well, like the furniture and the wood chips. Right, I'll park this back up here. That's took us to 4:58. Right, because we're on 2-day months. I am going to do what I said. I'm gonna go down, pick up the mower, and then we're gonna close with a time lapse on our grass field. We've still got that little sugar beet field to do as well, haven't we? That's not the mower. I have absolutely no idea. Do you know what? It's because I was looking at that field there. Tell you what, let's start here, because there's always a bit missing here, isn't there? That we have to go back and do. I mean, that'll only mean there's a bit missing on the other side, I think, but something different. This made us so much money to start with, didn't it? Like, this was literally our earner, wasn't it? For, I can't remember what episode we said this was. Was it like 43 or something? 44 maybe. Yeah, but this was our earner for such a long time. I wouldn't mind going back actually, which I will do. I'll go back and have a look just to see how small this grass field started, because I mean it's the same with the field there that has sunflowers in, but I kind of remember how small that one was. I can't remember how small this grass field was when we first started. Did I say we can we extend that? We can't extend that way, but we can extend this way, can't we? I don't think though, once you go up that hill, I think there's like sort of natural barriers, so I don't think we can take it really far up. We might be able to take it a little bit further up, but again, the bank starts getting quite steep there, so we might never extend it. Just we'll see. I know this bit misses bits around here, but I'll come back for them. There, that's a bit. That'll get missed now. That I'll have to come back for. Okay, right. I'm going to put time lapse on. Like I said, it'll take us out the video. We will be back in the second half of February, because it was just one of them months. I said when we put it on 2 months to now that there would be some months we would just skip over the second day, but then some months where we would need it, and yeah, this one was definitely one of them. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next one.